Now we're gonna use some BEN NYE makeup. I use the wound wheel, bruise wheel, and I also use the wound kit. Didn't mean to mix that up. So probably gonna go with slight pinkish. You're never really supposed to use your fingers in small areas, but I figure since this is a quick tutorial, you can either use this or Q-tips. I don't have Q-tips on me at the moment, so this is what you get. And it's going to come out looking really bright at first, because this is the first layer you're going to put on. And I'd suggest putting a little bit of that color anywhere you see like a dent in your face that you made with the gelatin. And you see how that's starting to look? It's nice and thick and built up. Now what I would do is go in with the brown and kind of go around it, and then dab it with my finger. And these are just subtle little things to do. You don't have to do this, because true, it will be covered in a little bit of blood that I'll be providing, but it's that little bit extra that always adds to the makeup. If you add red, you should add a little bit of brown around it. And I'm not saying go overboard. I'm not saying pour a gallon of brown and red on you, or just strictly rely on blood, but all these things together work and come out as a pretty interesting product. Now I'm using cream makeup because I found that it sticks the best without peeling up the liquid latex or the gelatin. Alcohol activated makeups can be dangerous because they kind of get underneath the cracks and start pulling up on the appliance that you just set. Now I'm going to move on to my bruise wheel, and zombies don't really bruise, but I love using this because it comes with a wide variety of colors. And one of the biggest colors that I like using is this kind of weirdish brown red. And I'm just going to put it in small dabs in areas. Bring it out a little bit, making sure to cover a little bit of all the gelatin as I go around. We're going to do some edging. I'm not using any foundation on my face for this one, so forgive me if it looks a little off. I guess I'll just be a newly turned zombie. Now, with that, you're going to go with the lightest purple, and that's usually what I do. And that's just even smaller dabs. But with that, you're going to mix with the dabs you just made. And all this is starting to look a little too bright, but it all comes together once you add one of the final most important things. You see, you just keep plugging away at it. You'll eventually get a color similar to that. You want to make sure to cover all the edge of the gelatin as well on your skin. And then what I'd do is I'd go in with the darkest color I have, and that happens to be like a dark purple. And I'd put small dabs in the corners. Now, like I said, it's just going to be dabs for now. And then something I forgot to show you with the light red-brown color is you smear some at the base of your nose. It gives you that kind of, get in there and smear it all around the base of your nose. Gives you that kind of sick looking, wipes your nose look when you crinkle your nose up. If you're getting all this, you kind of see how it crinkles up. Now, the last part to mix with the purple would be the green. So we'll go in with green, and green's an odd color to have on the face. So it usually goes sparingly, and people usually like look at that and say, wow, that's pretty weird. So what you're trying to do is be eye-catching. So you put a little bit of the green all a little bit around it. Make sure to mix up the purple dabs that you made with the green too. But don't limit the places you put the green to just where you put the purple. And if you can see, it's starting to come together. Because of all the knocking I did, a little bit of my nose is starting to come up. So now, after I get through with the green, I'm going to show you how to patch something like that. If you are ever out, and you see how it kind of flapped up here. If you're ever out, here's a quick tip for if you want to fix something like this, and you see how you're going to end up having it look. Now, the way we would fix it is you just take your liquid latex, put it on your finger, thick dabs around where it's coming up. And you're not going to move your face at all. You're just going to let that dry and move on to the next thing giving you trouble. Let that dry. And as you're letting that dry, kind of take a look at all the stuff you've done. You see you've got some great gel effect here. And like I said, when you do get too close to places that crease, it might loosen up. But like I said, use the latex and it should be good for a while. The problem here probably was that I didn't anchor my gelatin very well.